This week, something exciting happened that made so many people all around the world happy. No, not the COVID vaccine announcement, although that was good too. I'm talking about the launch of the PlayStation 5. After years of rumours, leaks, patents, press releases, and eventually the hardware reveals, the PlayStation 5 has finally launched in North America, Japan, Australia, South Korea, and some other countries. This is a quick look at what happened. If you get value from this, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out. So what a journey it's been, and this console launch has been very different from what's come before. So the very first actual confirmation of the PS5 was with Jim Ryan when he confirmed it in an interview with Wired magazine. And then there was another article, and then the reveal of the DualSense controller, and eventually the press conference in June, where we got to see the PlayStation 5 console hardware for the first time. On the 11th of November, Jim Ryan, the boss of PlayStation, he wrote a post published on the PlayStation blog, and I'm just going to read you a couple of highlights, and he basically thanks the PlayStation community. We never wavered in our vision for delivering a truly next-generation console that was built to excite both gamers and developers. PS5 represents a true generational leap, and the games you will experience over the coming years are sure to change gaming forever. It's an exciting time, and we're so grateful that you're here with us. Thank you for trusting us, and for being so patient this year. We created PS5 for you, and you have been the center of our strategy since Ken Kutaragi envisioned the very first PlayStation. Today, I just wanted to simply say thank you. Thank you, and here's to the dawn of a new generation of gaming. Jim Ryan, unlike other people in the video game community, he doesn't actually have his own Twitter account. Not that's very public anyway. So this was a direct message, direct communication with the audience, which you don't get from him normally. And to be honest, yes, he is part of a company, but in some ways I feel it was quite touching. So, Sony marked the occasion in the launch territories with various fanfare. In Tokyo, Japan, it lit up the Kanda Shrine, and there was big celebrations outside of the US main office. Mexico, New Zealand, South Korea. And on launch day, the 12th of November, Sony sponsored the closing bell at the New York Stock Exchange. And that is one of the key financial centers in the world. Sony characters made a very special appearance. So you had the real-life Aloy and Ratchet, the Lombax, appear there. Aloy wearing a face mask. She rung the closing bell. And it was quite unusual, but I can't imagine what the stockbrokers down below looking up were thinking, but I guess it made their day a bit more interesting, a bit different to see these unusual characters there. They really should have got creators though. As you can imagine, on launch day, Twitter exploded with communication, with comments, with discussion, with opinions all about the PS5 launch. And there were a lot of video game celebrities or personalities passing comment and celebrating with it. Peter Hines, he's the SVP of Global Marketing and Comms for Bethesda. He tweeted, "Congrats to our friends and colleagues at PlayStation on the PS5 launch." Not only that, Bethesda Game Studios, the actual studios behind the Elder Scrolls and Fallout and Starfield, they tweeted as well, "Happy PS5 launch day, PlayStation. Send in our congratulations to the entire team." And you see this nice little picture of these two characters standing next to the PS5. Now, on one hand, that could be just a little bit of self-promotion, but I would like to think that it's a sneaky tease to say, yes, our characters will be on PS5. And hopefully not just the online from the online multiplayer games, but from the proper single player games. Now, more than this, you actually had Phil Spencer. Of course, he's a very active tweeter. He posted, "Congrats to Jim Ryan, Yops, that's Shuhei Yoshida, to Mark Cerny, Herman Host, and Ted Price, and the entire team at Sony PlayStation on the PS5 launch. Great accomplishment during these challenging times." And Herman Host said, "Thanks Phil. What a great week for gamers around the world. We hope both our consoles and all our games bring joy to people during these challenging times." And Shuhei Yoshida, he replied, "Thanks Phil, we both did it." So yes, of course there is always the rivalry, but also a bit of congratulations, because at the end of the day, they are different companies, but they are both fighting the same fight in many ways, trying to launch hardware in a very challenging year, and it just so happened that they managed to do it in the same week. So it's good to see, besides away from the fanboy arguments, this camaraderie. YouTuber Jacksepticeye, he said, "Congrats on the launch," and he addressed it to Mark Cerny, which of course he is the architect. Without him, this PS5 wouldn't have been possible. And Mark Cerny himself said, "Today's the big day, so happy." And US rapper Travis Scott, who's partnered with Sony for promoting the PS5, and he recently made that really good PlayStation 5 commercial, I think. It harkens back to some of the classic PS5 ads. Anyway, he posted, "TS5, see you in a couple of hours." Now, I'm not sure if that was a typo or if he thinks the new console is called the TS5, but at least he's joining in on the festivities.
It is important. I sit on this line for 2 hours to get my pre-order. I even stood up last night online to see if I can pick up another one. No luck. In this age of COVID and the pandemic, Sony had actually published a post informing the public that they shouldn't be queuing for units in the hope of securing a unit if they don't have a pre-order, because there just wouldn't be any. Obviously, Sony doesn't want people to be out on the streets and taking that risk when there's no stock there. Now, come launch day itself, Twitter has been flooded with loads of pictures of people queuing to pick up their pre-orders. You had queues of people outside Walmart and GameStop and whatever retail places there are. And it was really great because you got to see the agony and the ecstasy. So the agony, there was a million memes online of people who were upset or they tried to get their PS5 and they hadn't secured a pre-order. And they were just unsuccessful, and people were having a bit of a laugh with that, so it's quite nice to see. But also what was good to see was the ecstasy. Now, especially in other territories where you're not getting the PS5 on the same launch day, specifically the UK and Europe, we had to watch from the sidelines, and so it was nice to see people collecting their PS5. Maybe there was just a hint of the green-eyed jealousy there, but it was still great to see. So people, they were clearly elated, and you see people holding their PS5s happily, holding it like a prize, celebrating it, people putting it in their car under the seatbelt to make sure it's safe. And there was one guy, he tried to be funny, but it backfired. And so you see people, they're showing off their PS5s when they got them home, quite happy after all this waiting to finally get it. And strangely, loads of people took pictures of their cats next to their PS5s. And this guy, Corey Cudney, now he had ordered the digital version of the PS5. When he got it home and he opened it up, inside it turned out to be the more expensive Blu-ray edition. So he was very happy about that. Good luck to him, and he wasn't the only one. And there was a guy who takes his mask wearing very seriously.
Oh God, oh my God, oh God, PlayStation 5, oh my God.
And some PlayStation personalities as well. And the man behind the biggest PlayStation podcast in the world, Colin Moriarty, he showed off his new PlayStation. And YouTuber Mystic, otherwise known as Ryan Binecki, he proudly showed off his 2 PS5s, one regular and one digital edition. So after all this run up, after all this hype, the moment is finally here with everybody having the chance to finally experience it for themselves without having to wait on the opinions of celebrities or influencers. This is the good part. It's when everybody gets to decide themselves. So all that waiting is finally over. And with the UK and international launch this week coming, it will mean the whole pre-generation chapter will be over. And the 9th generation of consoles has begun in earnest, and we can concentrate on what's most important, playing the games. Thank you for watching, hit the like button, hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos that I know you will find interesting, and keep safe.